Hello everyone, welcome to Diecast Calls. I'm Jim Axt. I buy collections. I like purchasing really nice Redline, Hot Wheels, Black Walls, as well as vintage Matchbox, Corgi, Ertl, Dinky, but I'm looking for cars that are in really good shape, cars that haven't been really abused, that they haven't been dented, missing parts, paint is really, chipped up, etc. I'm looking for really clean cars, 1968 through 1985, approximately. So today we're going to do a box opening here that includes a die-cast call. Actually, this was delivered by United States Postal Service a couple days ago, and it was something that I had really been looking forward to, and that was to receive a nice selection, a really broad selection of Redlines. This is a video that's going to be just Redlines today. This one, there's going to be filler, there's going to be top shelf, all different, shapes and sizes, meaning, basically condition. Condition is that's the most important thing. And sometimes collections, they can surprise you. You're thinking that, that there may be some, some substandard pieces, but, a lot of times you're surprised over some of the beauties that could actually, come out of a package. Like, for instance, this one right here. It's a nice example. Nice clean nose on this splitting image, white interior. This is a rose-colored car. Really pretty. That's a nice one. I'm going to put the really nice ones in the front there. We'll put the ones that, maybe had a little bit more love, during their youth. We'll put those in the back, and we'll keep the nice ones up in front there. I think those are really what people are really looking to see is, nice clean cars, and then there's some really nice gems that can be restored, perhaps, as an example. There are cars that, just have a certain character about them, and that would be some of those that, that were used for the demolition derby. Or, you had them outside, or, forgot about them. They were left out in the rain, or, they ended up in some sort of, box or container that ended up in a, grandma's basement or up in the attic, or your brother got them, or you went off to college and your toys, somehow got lost or, not taken care of. Sometimes when cars, red lines are left exposed to the environment, even some of the harsher environments, high humidities, some of those things like salt water in the atmosphere, as an example, those can cause an effect on the paint, on the finish on some of the cars. So, we're looking at here is I'm putting in the front here some of the nicer ones that have sort of popped out so far. In this particular collection, I don't know, I don't have an accurate count at this point of how many red lines came in on this call, this die-cast call. But you can see that there are some candidates that would be good for, maybe a filler in your collection. It could be a restoration candidate, as we talked about earlier. There's also people that really love the Spectraflame rainbows. They can collect different colors of a certain casting. The Turbofire, the Toreros, the splitting image. This is a paddy wagon with the tampo is basically painted in gold leaf. The paddy wagon had, was released in a number of different versions. And actually, this one's not too bad a shape. They have the straight through axle, so it's a little bit later on in life. This one was made in China. It's actually a 25th anniversary from what I can see here. See that? And you look real close at the grill, you'll see something that a lot of people miss, and that is the 1912 fuzz. So this is actually a reproduction. It's actually the anniversary car. It's interesting because the base really reveals a lot to you. as a collector, you look at the base and it tells a lot about the history of the car. Not only the manufacturing date. The manufacturing date is a patented date, and that means that, so this car was made in 69, right? But it's still a 69, and sometimes you'll find an an anniversary car, as an example, and it'll still say 69. But these are the best way to find those out, like we just did with the paddy wagon, is check the base. Check the attributes of that particular era, do a comparison. There's a number of different manuals that you can buy, books, little manuals and things that kind of tell you a little bit about the cars, the history, the castings, the colors that were used. And also there's online guides too. There's a couple really nice Redline Hot Wheels guides that are updated with pictures and information right on the internet. So you can do some of your searching that way on the Redline era cars. Now, your Hong Kong glass, that's indicative there, the blue glass, right? And then this freckling, this paint popping, they call it freckling. Sometimes that's something that was really kind of perplexing during the manufacturing out across the ocean, and the quality control, or their lack of, that was going on out there, that that was basically making sure that the cars were done and painted and prepared in such a way that they would be consistently painted and look nice. But you know what? Quality control. They were making millions of these cars, just pumping them out, and for $1 or so a car. They really weren't Mattel really wasn't thinking about, I don't think, this is olive, that's a nice color, weren't really thinking about that, 52, 53 years later, that, there would be a whole hobby that has blossomed over the years of, serious collectors. There's an upcoming national show in Atlanta, and attracts, thousands of people that every year converge on different cities throughout the country. These conventions that are held specifically for Hot Wheels, and they're not just Redlines. They could be your Blackwell era. It could be, the eras afterwards. This is a time to do some trading, to do some comparing, make some good contacts. Have a lot of fun. I looked at the venue for Atlanta, and there's all kinds of neat things that they're going to do besides the obvious, going to room and to check out the different collections that are available, renewing friendships and such, but also speakers, people that have a whole lot of information about the hobby, and it's, the love of the hunt, as an example. You're looking for a certain casting, or you're looking to make a new contact for, some a collection. Maybe you're getting low. Maybe for whatever reason, you're out there looking for, something that maybe has eluded you for a while. You can't find that certain car, or you're at the point in your career where you can set aside some money and actually make an investment. Maybe it's for your grandkids. Maybe it's just because you like to have a collection of cars that you had as a kid in your man cave, that you can look up and gaze upon, the good old days. Now, some of the cars that came in this collection have reproduction parts. This would be an example of that. The boards are reproduction, the wheels are reproduction, but it's an original Redline. This happens to be a Hong Kong Diora. There it is. Hong Kong Diora. It looks like it's in a lime or antifreeze. Before I take us to the next step of what I do with the cars, I always verify everything to make sure that it's accurate. Now, this is a sad little story. This is a sand crab, and it is a U.S. model, but unfortunately, it doesn't have its canopy. right? And that is something that the glass is missing on the top there, just underneath the roll bar. You see the space in between the roll bar and the two seats? That's where you would find a canopy back there. And that's just not going to be, that's just not a complete car without the right pieces and parts, right? So you know that as a serious collector and you know what you're looking for. This is a, this collection has many filler cars, some restoration candidates, actually some nice wheel donors. This is a nice US small in the front there. Yep. Just going through the collection here. Let's see what lurks. Oh, here's a nice Firebird, but it's missing its hood. The hood just came off. Let's see, the pins are missing in action. So the two posts that would be sticking on either side, call them pins, would make contact with the inside underneath the hood there. Actually, if you took the wheels off, you could see underneath there that they are probably some aggressive child, maybe, you know, pulled on it, tugged on it, and unfortunately, no longer there. This is a very, oh, this is a black. So this is a very nice, very sought after car. It's the, it looks like an Indy Eagle, right? That we got here. Yep, Indy Eagle with a painted base. It's a nice car. That's a valuable car. Nice chrome yet on the pipes. That chrome can be worn off pretty easily by just plain handling. You know, your finger acids and such, and grease and such. That can cause a loss of chrome. This is a sand drifter. This is enamel. This is part of the Flying Colors era. Flying Colors. Sand drifter. Sand drifter. So let's see here. What else do we have today? What's in this collection? Let's look. It's a Chaparral without its wing. It is a US. Not too bad. I have an extra wing I'll put on there. You know, one of the things that I do when I sell the cars, one of my philosophies is that you want to have a car that has all the original pieces, so that, you know, when it goes to the next owner, even though it's a reproduction, like in a reproduction wing that'll go on there, at least it's going to be a complete, at least it'll be a complete car. I'm never really comfortable, you know, it costs to me a couple bucks to do that, and maybe I don't make it up in the sale of the car. But what's important is that the new owner gets a complete car, because maybe it's their first Chaparral, right? So here's one of the stars of the show so far. This would be a very nice color blue, light blue, hot heap. Definitely put him in the front. That's a nice US hot heap right there in light blue. How about this guy? What do we got? What does it feel like? You got a Red Baron, black interior. I wish it was white. Does have some playwear. This is early, because the helmet still had the spike. See that spike on there? And then the decals, the cross. Yep, that would be an early run Red Baron. Yep. A couple more here. What is this guy here? That is the hood. The hood. Yes, well loved, and a little bit of broken canopy there. The pull out. The hood. All right. What are we doing here? What is the next one going to be? I hope it's nice. Hope it's a nice one. What'll it be? What will it be? I'm making a bunch of popcorn sounds here. Okay. Well, here's another little star. This is a brown splitting image. Brown is a tougher color on this casting. I'll put him in the front because silhouettes are pretty. You know what silhouettes are used for? When I say silhouette, this is the one I mean. These are nice wheels too. If you have a nice silhouette, and meaning if you have a silhouette with decent wheels, you could pop those off and use those for Use those for a custom Mustang as an example. Swap them out. You know, don't if you have nice wheels and you want to upgrade your wheels, a silhouette sometimes can be a nice donor. A nice donor. I do that all the time. Here's a TNT. Nice little TNT, original roundel kind of coming off a little bit there. That's a nice car. Not too bad. Put him in the front for sure. A couple more here. Let's see. What is this? This El Dorado white interior. All the chrome is missing on the tires. It looks like the steering wheel is rattling around on the inside. At least it's not lost. And we got a pin loss, a pin post missing on the driver's side. On that one, kind of caved in a little. We'll do a sale where, you know, someone who's looking for some restoration models, as an example, you want to do some nice little hobby, you know, with your airbrush and, you know, your creativity, you know, bringing back the life of the cars. That's always a nice little thing to do. There's a nice little line. That's a nice line. Ooh, that's a nice US large. Oh, lime. Turbo fire. All right, let's get to it. Let's get cracking. Let's get this done. I got a busy day tomorrow, so I wanted to get this video in before I take off. Two different colors, very common. You know that the hatch would be a different color, a different hue than the rest of the car. Lotus or Lola GT70. Okay, let's see here. What's going on? Let's see, here's another patty. This one is the original. You can tell that the wheels got, those are caps. So this is an original. A little bit better example of that versus the other one, right? This is the original. This is a reproduction, meaning from the 25th anniversary. You can see the difference between the two. A little bit there. Yep. Those are all caps, whereas these are straight through axles. You can see the axles coming through. These are caps. So this is original. Yeah. Put them in the back. Every collection's got a paddy wagon. Yep, I've had my share of them over the years. That's for darn sure. All right, what lurks in here? What could it be? Another turbo fire, maybe? Yep. This one's gold turbo. Nice, large US, nice US medium, decent US large, nice US medium. That's a nice car. That's a nice car. I'll put that in the front there. I'll do a zoom out after we're done here, and I'll give you an idea of all the cars. So there's a lot of cars in here that someone will really enjoy to purchase, to do a restoration. This is a good example of that. This is a little Kenosha Muscle. And it's got a little overspray on the side of the engine bay, but well loved, and definitely could be something that someone could pick up and strip the paint and start all over again and bring that baby back to life. Yeah, those are a blast. Okay, so the prop is cracked. Nice little snake action here. Little snake. Put him in the back. Got about 4 more cars to go. Almost done here, gang. Go through these quickly. Here is, this used to have a black roof on it, but someone rubbed it off. It's a custom T-Bird, and this is a Hong Kong version in aqua. It should be a black roof. You can see that it's partially gone, but yeah, this has got the Hong Kong. You can see the Hong Kong wheel. It's very, very shiny, the chromy look wheel. That's indicative of your Hong Kong. This one looks like it's painted a little bit. Yeah, some people will take what are these chrome pens? What are those things called? You know, chrome pens, and they'll actually actually kind of paint the tire. And I really discourage anybody from doing that. It really doesn't do anything to the car as far as add value to it. If it's just for you, that's fine, you know. But I never want to sit there and paint tires, you know. Paint the chrome back on a Redline, you know, chromey wheel. Make it chromey again with a pen, a chrome pen. Nah, don't do it. Don't do that. Cord. It's a beautiful car, but it's missing the hood. It's missing the canopy. It's a very, very popular and coveted car. I have a reproduction top for that, but I don't think I'm going to do it on that one. I think I'm going to save that reproduction top for another car down the road. And last but not least, our last car of the evening is a nice little orange hot heap US, and with a front that has some love to it. So there it is. There is the tail of the tape, so to speak. All the cars of this box opening. I'm Jim, and I have a little site here, Diecast Calls. I collect Hot Wheels, Redlines in particular. I'm always looking to purchase collections. If you have one for sale, let me know. diecastcalls@gmail.com. In the meantime, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. Do subscribe. Come back often. I have picking up about 100 soon, another 100 Redlines, and more fun. We're going to have more and more fun moving on here, moving forward. So until then, talk to you again. Bye, everybody.